Hey, what's up? Today we'll be breaking down my new single, ISEKAI. ISEKAI is already out now, so if you want to go check it out, it's on every platform, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, and so on. I recommend you go listen to it before, that way you can have some questions that maybe this video will answer. If not, you can watch this video, and if you like anything, you can go check the song out afterwards. So the inspiration behind making this song was actually, I started following Star Power Drummer on Instagram, and they posted a really cool song by Sewer Slut that gave me the idea to make something like this. So I started songwriting from that point, and I wanted to make it a little more dynamic, so we included like a halftime 808 heavy breakdown part to kind of contrast with the fast drums going on. Per usual, every song I make is produced by Pink Onyx, my best friend and the producer that I get to work with, and myself. Onyx did most of the heavy lifting. I mostly just added the guitar parts and some of the sound effects and a couple other risers in here and there. So this is my first single in a while, so it was very important for me to capture a lot of things with this first song. Mainly the name Isekai, which I believe translates to other world. And it's a very popular anime genre that shows characters displaced to another world. And with the timeline thing going on with my storyline, this seemed like the perfect one. So yeah, let's get into the song. First, we're gonna do the drums, because this is hip hop, so that's gonna be the main important element every time. And this is what inspired the song and kind of kickstarted it anyway. So I'm gonna kick it off here with this main break that Onyx chopped up. Sounds like this. So Onyx made this drum break out of another sample. So to make it a little bit more different, we added some variation with these drum fills. This first one is a halftime stretch sample. Sounds like this. So this is drum fill number 2. This one has a little more texture to it. And this is drum fill number 3. This one's a little faster, one's in reverse, one's slowed down, so this one's a little bit more chaotic. And so altogether, those layers sound like this. So since that drum break is pretty fast and that's the core of the song, I thought it'd be cool to kind of contrast it with a halftime, little bit of a heavier drum sound for the chorus. So Onyx made these drums for the hook. Here are the hi-hats. And then here's our kick and snare. And then here's both of them together. So earlier I mentioned that there's only 4 drum fills throughout the song, and I only showed 3. So the 4th one actually shows up here in the chorus. So we use the drum fills here to be the kind of sound effects, instead of using risers and things, so that the chorus can loop around. It sounds like this. So to make the chorus a little bit heavier and a little more high impact, when it drops out of the fast drums, we added an 808. Sounds like this. So since the second chorus doesn't have drums, we actually added the 808 to the end of the song, and we wanted to give it a little bit more character since there's no vocals in the way. So you're gonna hear a little bit more bit crush, distortion, delay on this one. And since we're at the end of the song and there's not many vocals in the way, we added the same 808 with an octave up that has the effects that gave it most of its character. It sounds like this. And yeah, that covers all the drums and the 808 for this song, and then we'll move into the melodic elements. The first thing we added to the drum break was this pad that starts normal and then it just goes an octave down, and then it kind of switches throughout the song for variation depending on what we need to fill space with. It sounds like this. Pretty good. So the first day we made this song, we only got to the drums and that pad. So Onyx sent me the file and I added in this music box xylophone kind of sound. It sounds kind of crystally with all its effects on it. It stays at its normal tone and then it also moves an octave down just to give more variation to the song. Sounds like this. Octave down. So once I sent that sound back to Onyx, we started working on it. He added in this bass right here to give it some fullness in the low end. It sounds like this. So that part kind of just helps fill in the low end during the fast parts, and we also put it in the chorus too to fill out some more space. So I wanted to add some guitars to this song, and the first thing I want to do was add a dotted eighth guitar. If you don't know what dotted eighth is, it's a particular calculation of delay time that lets you, if you catch it at the right picking speed, depending on your song's tempo, it'll double your notes. So it sounds like you're just playing super, super fast. It's a super cool effect that I've always loved. It's always kind of been a signature of mine. So I added that dotted eighth guitar to the chorus. Sounds like this. So I was playing the regular amount of notes at this tempo, but with that delay catching those notes at the right time, it doubled everyone and it creates that cool cascading kind of effect that I really love. So just to make the intro a little more interesting, I added some clean guitar to the beginning. This gives it kind of this like false sense of security before you drop into these drums, and it seemed to be a pretty effective songwriting part because people usually don't know what to expect after hearing this. So here's the clean guitar. And that part's included in maybe half the song. You'll hear it come in and come out. We just add it in when we think we need to fill some space and add a little more emotion to the song. So my favorite sound in this song is actually just an effect that we kind of use as a transition. I named it Bloopy Ream, just because it kind of reminds me of like Sonic for some reason. It's just a little bloop that plays throughout the song during transitions, and you can probably hear it most at the end. It sounds like this. And then we shifted it an octave as well. So yeah, it's just a really fun sound. It adds some character to the heavier parts of the song. It provides transition, and it just has texture overall. And then aside from all that, all we have left really is these sound effects. Like I said, we used the drums for most of the transition work here. So here's the part that leads up to the chorus that has the most, I would say, sound effects going on, risers and crashes, stuff like that. It's all of it together. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. So let's hear it all together. It sounds like this. Alright, that's about everything. Thank you for watching. If you stayed for the entire thing. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments and I can get to them. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't yet. I have new music coming out. ISEKAI is out now on all platforms. You can get it anywhere. There's also a free download available on my SoundCloud, and I'll leave all of that in the description. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And I guess that's it. See you at the next one.
Isn't it ironic that we're not truly iconic? Just for once, could you be honest? Gods and nothing is moronic. Strip away the passion till we're cold or numb and half robotic. If you need it,